Voter suppression is real, and censorship is just one of the many forms that it takes. This happens at all levels of government and is not limited to one particular political party. Before I tell you my case, I want you to listen to this video that was sent to me by a local Tennessee medical professional. They've asked to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation from their colleagues and from licensing boards, and the person speaking is Elizabeth Hart, the Associate Director of Communications and Media Relations for the Tennessee Department of Health. Give it a listen.
Hi. So how many people actually know you can hide comments on Facebook? Okay. Hide is a beautiful feature. Y'all don't see half the comments that are left for us. That's another reason why it is here on my phone. So depending on what the subject matter is, especially, unfortunately, vaccines, because those that are we call them anti-vax, but anti-vaccine individuals, they like to come to our page, right? And so what we will do is we will allow opinions, because honestly, that we are, as Americans, you are absolutely entitled to your opinion. What we will not allow is misinformation, and that is very important. That at some point we will, I will put out information and reply to them and say, well, actually, here are the facts. And of course, we link them to more information, to reputable sources that are true sources that have been filtered through the CDC or HHS. At some point in time, we just will keep engaging. If they continue, we will hide them. But we do invite conversation. And as I told the group yesterday, the irony is, half of the time, I don't even have to fight the battle, because there are people who are pro-vaccine, like me, who actually fight our battles for us. And they will actually come to our page and say, well, actually, you are wrong, and yada, yada, yada. So we do have to, unfortunately, deal with trolls. We are the government as well, and unfortunately, right, wrong, or indifferent, some people just don't trust us, right?
The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Because we're the government. Even though when we remind them of all the wonderful things that we do every day for them to live and breathe in this society, they just don't like us. Again, we will allow conversation until it gets out of hand, and then that hide feature is a beautiful thing. For those that don't know what hide is, if you have an organizational Facebook page, you can't, I think you can hide on personal pages as well, but at least on the organization page. It is an opportunity for you to hide that person's comment from the main feed so that only they see it and their friends see it. But anybody else would not see it. For example, if Rachel was an anti-vaxxer and she came to the TDH page and left a horrible comment, and that's the other thing, we have one specific rule: we do not allow cursing on our page. If you curse, we immediately hide it. We don't care what you're having to say, we will hide it. We can't delete, again, because we're government.
And I'm going to make sure to post the one document that says one page that's
Yes.
non-research page.
Yes.
I'm
Absolutely.
going to cite the hell out of it.
Absolutely, exactly. And she said hell, so we're definitely gonna hide it. So she comes to our page. I see her comment, and I see this document, and I know it's wrong, so I'm gonna hide it. She's gonna see that it's still there, but I'm sorry, what's your name? Matt, who is not friends with Rachel, is not going to see it. Only Rachel can see it. So that then the tens of thousands that are on our page, I say tens of thousands, I just said that, didn't I? We only have 11,000. I'm speaking it into existence, and we're gonna have tens of thousands of people on our Facebook page. Matt is not going to see, because I hid her comment. So that's the beauty about hiding on Facebook. So that's how we kind of deal with trolls. Again, we monitor it. We fortunately have not had any major issues. I will say that when I was in Memphis, and I'll get to this in a second, we had a major measles outbreak. I can't believe measles is coming back. And we had a lot of people that trolled our page for 2 reasons. One, they didn't believe in vaccinations, and because obviously there's a wonderful way of eradicating measles, and it's called vaccination. Number two, unfortunately, one of the individuals, I'm not telling you things that wasn't already public knowledge, one of the locations where an individual was found to have been active with an active case of measles was at a mosque. And so then unfortunately that brought in a lot of other types of trolls to our page. Once that became public information, and I actually released that information, because of the measles outbreak, we had to, the way measles work, we actually have to say what the locations of the individuals were. And once that was made public, within seconds, our Facebook page was slammed with people, unfortunately, who had their own opinions, I'll leave it at that. So, unfortunately, that's how we deal with this.
Now, I do not have any direct evidence that the Tennessee Department of Health is unlawfully censoring people, but if it's such a common practice, I should imagine it wouldn't be too difficult to find out. Of course, by the Associate Director of Communications and Media Relations' own words, I would never know. I do, however, have proof of even greater unlawful censorship by my own local government. In March, I made videos disagreeing with certain policies and asking for transparency with the Bedford County Emergency Management Agency. Since that time, I have discovered that they, along with the official Bedford County government Facebook page, have muted and banned me. Now, not only does this prevent me from interacting with posts on their page and questioning their ideas, but it also prevents their posts from appearing in my news feed. This means that in the event of disaster, I would not be able to see any posts from the Bedford County Emergency Management Agency, nor would I see any public announcements by the Bedford County government that were posted to their page. This poses a safety risk as well as demonstrates voter suppression. How am I meant to participate in my local government if I am banned and censored from public forums? Now, the even more concerning part about all of this is that since they have become aware of their unlawful censorship, they have done nothing to correct it. I have contacted Senator Reeves, Representative Pat Marsh, the head of the Bedford County GOP, multiple county officials, and have spoken face-to-face with two incredibly professional members of the Bedford County Emergency Management Agency. I have also sent messages to the mayor. These messages have been read, for the most part, and whoever moderates these pages have posted updates on the pages since. I have tagged them in numerous posts asking why they have censored me, and I've had several of my friends comment asking them the same questions, all being ignored. To me, this indicates willful violation of the law and intent to censor dissenting opinions. Furthermore, as someone who more closely identifies as a conservative in today's particular political climate, I have to wonder if they're censoring my views like this in a primarily Republican county, how many people from the Democratic side of the aisle have been unlawfully censored too? These questions and more must be answered. What is more, every one of you should check your local government page and verify that you have not been unlawfully censored. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, or anything else. The government and their officials have no right to censor dissenting opinions. Their pages are public forums, as has been ruled by the United States Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals. If you are a resident of any county or city that practices these unlawful tactics, you need to speak up, even if they are censoring viewpoints that you disagree with. Just as we saw during the Nazi takeover in Germany in the 1920s and 30s, it's all fun and games until they come for you. As always, thanks for watching. Please share this video. The only way we can end this kind of voter suppression and censorship is if everyone is aware of it. Thank you, and have a great day.